Hey everybody, in today's video we are going to be making a proximity prompt to open up a door. So this is going to be for a normal door, a cabinet, fridge, or etc. Whatever you want to do. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of this play mode and we're going to go to the workspace inside of our Explorer. What we're going to do is I'm going to insert a part. Now this part is going to be kind of like our button for our door or cabinet, so I'm just going to move it up a little bit. We're going to anchor this bad boy, and we're going to go to the Explorer and click the plus next to this, and we're going to insert a proximity prompt. So proximity prompt. This is going to be the tab that allows us to interact with it. And if you open the properties next to this, you get a lot of options. Like you get action text that lets you choose what you wanted to say. So if we wanted to put like touch me, it's a little weird, but if we wanted to say touch me, then this will say touch me when we approach it. We can decide if we want to be enabled or not. We can decide if it needs to be held for certain duration. So if we do 2, then we're going to need to hold it for 2 seconds. And we can decide what we want to do with it on the keyboard. We're just going to keep it E for now. Max activation distance. What this basically does is it says, hey, how many studs can you access it from? That's basically the main things. But so to do this, we're also going to add a door here. So we're going to keep this a very simple, traditional door. Very, very traditional. Let's make this door, it's going to be a brick door. And we're going to anchor this door. Okay, so now since we have our button and our door, let's go to server script service, and we're going to insert a script. So inside the script, we're going to do local button equals, and then we're going to do workspace, and then we're going to get the name of our button. Right now it's just named parts, so go find your button and go rename it. So you just right click and click rename. So we're gonna name it button, and we're gonna do the same thing for the door as well. So we're gonna name this part door. So back here we go workspace dot button, and then we're gonna make another variable for the door, workspace dot door. All right, so now we're gonna make a function that triggers if we press our button. So we're going to do local function button, and then we are going to call the function before we write any code inside of it. We're going to do button dot triggered connect, and we're going to connect this button function. I'm actually not going to name it button function. I'm going to name it openDoor because I think that's a better function name. Alright, so now since we have this, we can type in whatever we want to this function. So whatever we put inside this function is going to happen after we click the button. So now if we do door.Transparency, we set this to 1. If we go into the play mode, we go hold this button for 2 seconds, this door is going to become invisible. Or not. Why didn't that work? Oh, it is because we didn't call our proximity prompt. So we're going to go back to our script here. We're going to make another variable. Local prox is going to equal button dot proximity prompt. So make sure you type this out correctly because it can be a little bit tricky. And we're going to put this underneath our button because we are referencing it inside this variable. So this should do the trick, and then when we call our function, it is prox.Triggered, not button.Triggered. That was a mistake I made, but this is going to be our current final script. So now we go back into this, and then we press this button. Boom, just like that, our door has opened, and we can actually do a little bit more with this. If we wanted it to close after a certain amount of time, we can just add task.wait. Say we want it to close after 3 seconds, we can then set the door.Transparency to 0 again. So now if we do this, let's just make it 1 second so we don't have to wait as long. So now if we do this, it's going to disappear and then reappear after 1 second, just like that. But you might notice that you can't actually walk through it even though it disappeared. That's because we need to edit the door's collidability. So what we're going to do is we're going to set door.CanCollide. We're going to set this to false, And then after we wait, we're going to set it back to true. Now what this is going to do is it is going to allow us to walk through the door and then walk not through the door. So it's going to be able to walk through, then not able to walk through. So that's going to be the gist of it. And right here, I just changed the transparency to kind of be semi-invisible so we can see the door a little bit better when we're doing this. So now let's touch this button. We go through the door. Oh, we got a little caught up there. So if we try it again, we can walk through this door, but now we can't after that 1 second. Now guys, I'm gonna put the script inside the description. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you learned something. But it does take a while for me to make these videos, so if you don't mind leaving a like, subscribing, and even commenting what you want to see next, that would mean so much to me and help me make more videos for you guys. And I just created a Discord server about 3 days ago, and nobody's in it. So if you want to claim a day 1 role, go join up that Discord server, and I will be there to help you script and learn coding. And I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope you guys have a great Christmas. See you in the next one.